What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the bianconerizonechannel for another preview. Almost the last one. We're almost there. Like the struggle is almost over. With me today is Davide. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good, thanks. Exciting weekend. Another match to watch early in the morning. How you doing?
I'm okay, but something's bothering me. You will see later on. No, it's nothing to do with Juve. It's something to do with the
Something else?
with the computer. Yeah.
Oh, technical issues, yes.
Yeah. You will see.
We'll get through them.
You will see. But yeah, Lazio won before we went live last minute, which is it doesn't change anything. We still need 4 points.
Yeah.
But if you don't get the points tomorrow, the pressure is a little bit more like it's on because Lazio have won. They should have won away to Venezia, by the way. But the way the game was panning out, they had a little miracle, I would say. But
yeah,
they won, so the pressure is on again. But we know that 4 points, 4 games should be done. Tomorrow, Venezia. I will start off with this. Not the start of the season. I think around December. I think it was. I couldn't believe if you told me in December Venezia will be sitting now at this moment in time would be sitting in last place and Sanitana has a chance of staying up. I would be like, you're insane. Like you're lying.
There was way too much hype on Venezia at the beginning of the season.
Oh yeah, there was hype, but like they were good. Like compared to Sanitana, I'm like, yeah.
They're 3 points apart.
Yeah, okay, still, but at that point of the season, at that point of the season, Venezia were not in the danger zone. Sanitana were like dead in the water. Like they looked like the worst team.
But Cagliari is always like mid or higher table at the beginning of the season, and now they're 17th, right? So these teams, they don't have the legs to keep on going. So I can see exciting. They get promoted. A lot of hipster fans getting on the bandwagon because of their fancy jersey. You know, there's hype there, but trying to keep that going the whole season.
At the start of the season, I said they have the worst squad.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. It's not a good squad.
I was like, they have a really, really bad squad. It's actually horrendous. Like they brought in quote unquote talents from America, but like not the right ones, you know. Not the guys.
There's a couple of names. Yeah, there's a couple names there, but
they never it's not that I don't want to say that it's not that they were stars in the MLS. They weren't. They were just prospects still, and to come from the MLS and go to into a team like Venezia, we're struggling. You're gonna struggle to stay up. I don't know what the plan was. I have no idea what the plan.
It's a completely different league too, though.
Yeah, completely different.
It's almost like playing school ball when you're playing with the MLS, just because. And not to trash it, I do watch the MLS. I do have a team in the race there, but it's a lot sloppier. It's a lot rougher because it's a lot less technical.
My biggest issue with the MLS is there's no relegation, so there's never pressure. There's no pressure. You cannot relegate.
It's Americanized sport. That's essentially what the Super League is gonna be, right?
Yeah, not anymore. If it happens, but that was my main issue also with the Super League. There should be even if you're crap, you should still play for something and stay up. Like in MLS, if you're crap, I don't know what do you do the entire season. If you know at the start of the season we're not gonna fight for the title, what's the point? It's just like vibing basically. I don't know. It's very strange, but
there's pros and cons. Where it gets exciting, like that format, is through the draft system, which again would have. I mean, we're going on a tangent with the Super League, but I mean, yeah, there's pros and cons. We'll leave it at that, so we don't go down a rabbit hole. But yeah, for sure, it's just different.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about the game because it's a must-win game. We know that, but Allegri spoke. He said a lot today, a lot. He had some monologues on his own today, which is not new, but maybe considering the moment, I thought it would be like a quick pressure, like just sit down 10 minutes and be out, standard, who's going to play, blah, blah, blah. But it was more than that. I was kind of surprised. For the lineup, we will go into the lineup. I will say, he said that McKennie and Locatelli, like, they're done. Like, not even McKennie is going to make it for a Coppa Italia, which is no surprise. Like, he's not even really back in training. Like, it didn't make sense. Like, it's in 2 weeks' time, it's done. He's not going to make it. And if he's back for the last 2 games and you wrapped up top 4, like, it makes no sense to force it, for the last 2 games. It's done.
No, you wouldn't want to.
So he's done. Locatelli is done, which is sad, but it is what it is. Like, it's been like this all season basically. So you need to deal
Calls
with
from
it.
Moretti.
You need to spoiler. No, you need to deal with it. So he said 4 points away from the mathematical 4th place, and we need to get back to winning ways on our own ground. Venezia are a team that fights and stays within the game. So that's what I've said a few weeks ago. Like, somehow they manage to stay in games, but I don't know how they do it when you look at them. But he said we've conceded goals in recent games. Let's not try to concede them tomorrow. Yeah, standard. Like, we do concede. We concede weird goals, like stupid goals. When you look at it, like the
they're
quality
trash.
we have, with the quality we have, you shouldn't be conceding those type of goals. That's the goals we concede.
They're just losing focus. That's what it is. They just have that slip, that lapse, and something goes in, funny bounce, what have you. But like Venezia has the 2nd worst offense in the league right now. If you're gonna get a clean sheet, this is a good team to do it against.
Yeah, but let's see. They say we need a serious and respectful game. It might even be hot tomorrow, which is kind of weird. Like, it's midday. It's not going to be that hot. You can chill. You can relax. It's not going to be 30 degrees. 12 o'clock in Torino. It will not be.
It's going to be 18 degrees tomorrow there.
Yeah, that's freezing almost. Like, that's not hot. Like, that's ideal to play.
That's balmy. I love that weather. That's hot for me.
So that was a weird quote. Because it's never hot at midday. Like, maybe in the summer, but it's not even close.
Hotter than what they're used to, maybe, because last week was pretty cold and miserable, I think, comparatively.
Like, he said that, I was like, okay.
I know, you're talking, it's what old people do.
Like,
they talk about the weather.
If you said, like, it's only the 2nd time we play at this hour, like, it's weird, get up early, eat early, like, different thing. I'm like, different, I don't say, like, different routine.
It's a different routine, yeah, you're not...
I'm like, okay, that's fine, I get that, it's different, but it's also different for Venezia, so it is what it is.
They should have a nice lagoon breeze coming through, though, no? Or no, it's in...
it's in Torino. There's
I know.
Some mountain breeze.
I said that. Yeah, the mountain breeze. Yeah, you're getting something.
And then he was asked about Kean, which I was not surprised, because with the Raspadori links, the Kean links moving away and stuff like that, he was asked about it, and he defended him like he always defends his players. He said he never scores casual goals. They're often decisive. I'm happy with him. He's doing well physically and mentally, which might be true, but the club is still, and he is still okay with moving him on. That's it is what it is. But it's good that he's doing well. Apparently,
until then, I'm gonna ride that train until he's gone, though, the Kean train, because I know everyone else wants to trash me. He scored last game. I'm riding it. Let's get a couple more from him before the season's up.
Yeah, I see some Moretti comments. I'll keep that for the lineup. So ask me that again when we are in the lineups, or when we going over the lineups. Then he said we had a difficult start and then we fixed the season. Yeah, we have a lot of players out. We have to try to finish well so we can get off to a good start next season. Tomorrow there might be space for youngsters. Let's see. Then he said I have to choose what I would like to play again. He was asked if I had to choose one game, which game would I, so Allegri, play again? He said it will be the Champions League game. Like, in general, at the end of the season, we have to think back and see what went well and what didn't. But in the meantime, we're thinking about the points we need. We fixed the season. Like, I cannot say he's wrong. Like, it looked really bad. It's still not great, but like the prospect, like in January, it looked lost. Like, let's be real. Like, it looked completely lost. Like, 10 points of Atalanta, like, of 7, it was like, it's done. Like, this team's not going to make it. And then we picked it up, and all the rest collapsed. Like, completely.
Well, we were in 13th in around that time,
Yeah.
I believe.
No, yeah, at the beginning, yeah. But then
at the beginning, then we slowly pushed up from there. It still wasn't looking good.
No. But then, so that's what he said. Let's move on. He said, Agnelli's words please me. You have won a lot in the last 10 years, and we have done well in Europe. We need to try to get back to winning as soon as possible. We have laid a good foundation this year. And then he said that himself, that there will be maybe some space for youngsters, or like some playing time for youngsters. That's what he said himself. The good foundation, because it's funny that he said that now, because me and Julian made a podcast. It's out. If you haven't watched it, go check it out after this one. And we talked about, like, did we improve? And I said, like, me and Julian said, like, there are layers. Like, you cannot say yes or no, in my opinion. There are layers. I think the most layers will say no for me, but there are some layers that will say yes. Like, I do believe there is a better foundation this year, at the end of this year, compared to last season. I do believe that. Now, that doesn't mean that next season we start in August and we're going on a winning streak, like, until January, and we're like, you're in title race. Like, I'm not saying that, but I do believe there's more, like, there's a solid base, more of a solid base to work on, especially with the way the season ended last year, and then Ronaldo leaving like 3 days or 4 days before the season. Like, the season was on his way. He played against Udinese, so he was there. Then he moved, so it was kind of a mess. So I agree with him, on that regard, but not completely. Like, I'm not gonna say it's great, it's all rosy, because in my opinion, it's not all rosy. I don't know what you think.
No, it's not, but it's a rebuild. I understand where he's coming from. He's looking more at the youth, mostly probably Vlahovic. The fact that they're centering around the youth now instead of Ronaldo, who would have been 38 for next season if we kept him.
Yeah.
Like, and everyone said that you don't build a team around somebody that old, no matter how good he is. Unless he's been that franchise player, like a Del Piero, for instance, that's just been with the team. You don't bring a guy, what was he, 33, 34 when he showed up, and then build around that. It's from that perspective, yes, we're in a better position, better foundation going forward. Are we better overall? I think it's probably lateral movement so far. We haven't really progressed. We're behind in terms of what we've achieved so far, because we don't have any trophies, and we haven't secured 4th place yet. At the end of the season, maybe that's different, but as of now, yeah, I mean, I'm in the mindset of a partial rebuild. The city, we're not going to produce for maybe even next year anything great. Maybe the year after, not great, but after that, yes, for sure. I think this is where he's coming from, and he's making it sound a lot rosier than I think it is, because it has been so bad to watch. But what he's saying is not untrue.
Yeah. And then he also said, in Italy we tend to sack coaches quickly. In England there's a different mentality. And then it's clear that in the end the results count. However, this year we have done a good job. We're on the right track. I agree with him. Like, in Italy, it's a mess. It's a complete mess. But that's Italy, I would say.
And he's also defending him not getting fired this year.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, but, like, he doesn't need, like, he can do it, but, like, he knows he's not gonna get fired.
Yeah.
Then he was asked about the injuries. He said muscle injuries have been normal this year because of the players' commitment. So he means it's been like the normal average in terms of the amount of muscle injuries. Then we had a lot of other problems. In spite of this, the team really gave its all, showing character. Now we have to pick up. I don't think it's normal, but, like, he can act like it's normal. I think nobody believes it's normal. Like, he could come.
I think they're normal. I think it's normal types of injuries, not normal how many injuries.
Yeah, but even generally, like, normal, like, and it's okay. It's not okay. Like, I don't think anyone. I hope not one person at the club actually believes that, because it's not normal. It's not. I've never seen anything like this before this season.
But it is Allegri, right? So he's putting the rose tinted glasses on it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't expect him to come out and say I'm gonna sack the entire medical staff. Like he doesn't need to do that. But I mean, he does need to say that, but he needs to do it. He needs to do it.
Yeah,
because it's not good.
But he's not going to do that, or at least say anything about that until the season's over.
Yeah, I get
that. As long as the season's going, everything's good.
Yeah.
At least what he says. That's what he's portraying, anyways.
Yeah, I agree. Then he said you need balance in the game. You have to read the play and understand when to play out from the back and play it long. When I heard that, because I was at work, so I wasn't watching. I just had my earpieces on and I was tweeting it out when I had time. And I laughed. And there was a customer, and he just spoke. And when he said that, I laughed. And he was like, and the customer was like, "What?" I was like, "No," because I had my earpieces on. I was like, "You're a liar." I was like, "You're actually lying. You need to understand."
But again, what he's saying isn't wrong. You do need to know when to play from the back and what to play over the top. But
I've seen it on season.
It's not what we were doing.
Yeah, I've seen it. You don't understand it. It's like, it was really weird because he was asked about what the hell happened with that screen? He was asked about playing better or not, doesn't matter, blah blah blah, all those things, and that's what he said. But yeah. Then he said, when you don't win, you have regrets. As Aniele rightly said, it's been a difficult season, but let's also look at the positive things. The way we started, we had some good things, especially lately. The league says there's no one dominating at the moment, and it's also nice like that. There's balance, and there is a desire to see how it ends. Anything can happen. It's for a neutral fan, yeah. If you're not in the race, yeah. If you're in the race, then nah, you want to dominate.
Again, a nice way of saying the league has taken a step back.
Yeah,
more Allegri talk.
He said third place will be important, especially looking at where we were in January or even before. We've made a good run, but we're still consolidating Champions League qualification. I've said it many times. I don't really care about the top three. But it just need to be. If you don't win a title, just get into the Champions League. Hanina's asking, wasn't that a comment about the goalies making mistakes? Yeah. It was that. But before that, he was asked about playing some better football and stuff like that. And then it was a follow-up question from a journalist. It was quickly after. It was from the same journalist. So it was a follow-up question. And that's what he said back then. But even before that, he was talking about the way we play and the role that Danilo basically and Bonucci have in the squad. Which... we all know what role Bonucci has when he plays, because he's let's be honest, Bonucci doesn't really start based on his defensive abilities. I'm not saying he's a scrub, he's still respectable, he can still do it, but he plays because he's that regista while not being a regista, when we are in difficulty to play out from the back, or we're under big pressure. In this team, you look at Bonucci, take pressure off. So that's that.
And he's better anyways with Chiellini. They have more of a dynamic.
Yeah, they know.
They played for so long. They know to cover each other, because Chiellini makes those forward runs once in a while too, and they just have that knowledge of each other. When to drop back, when to drop forward, and the other guy's gonna cover. Essentially, we see that with Italy. We see that with Juve, but. Yeah, there's no Chiellini for the most part. So I think that's why we see some of Bonucci's weaknesses more so this season, because he's been playing with De Ligt. Not that, I mean, not to trash De Ligt in that sense. They're just not the same experience together.
Yeah. Adam B. comes saying next year should be competing for the Scudetto, improvement, quarterfinal and Champions League minimum. We need to compete for the Scudetto 100%. Just looking at the quality in the league and quality you're supposed to be adding, So I'm gonna say yes, quarterfinals. I'm not gonna talk about Champions League, because
it's a good landmark, a good goal, without knowing anything of the Champions League yet next year.
Yeah, you can say that, but then you lose against Villarreal at home 3-0 when you know, like it's kind of like Justin says many times, like I don't care because it's been so long, like the disappointment. So what happens.
I think what we need is to see Barcelona in the round of 16, just so that there's perpetually always one group of fans disappointed.
That's actually a good idea. Yeah. We will go into the lineups, or like we will go over Venezia first. Like you said, like 27 goal. You said, right?
I think that's the number. Yeah.
Yeah, it was at least. I know they conceded 61 goals. It's not the most, but like it's still a lot.
It's still 27 to 61 is pretty horrible.
But I wrote it down. Sassuolo, they conceded 61 goals.
But they have because their defense is garbage. Let's admit it. But their midfield
scored 60.
And that's the difference. They have somewhat of a decent midfield and they have a good offense, so you can make up for things. Yeah. But like Venezia, they might have a decent player here and there, but like throughout the lineup, they just don't have that depth.
They scored 27 goals, like you said, for a reason. You know. I have the lineups or the predicted one. I'm not gonna pronounce the goalkeeper's name because I can't, so I'm calling him Nicky because that's his first name. Then they have
because that's their backup keeper, right?
I think so. Then they have also a name I cannot pronounce. Mateu. I think you say that. You don't say that like that. But they have Caldara. They have. What the hell is this? It says Pietro. I forgot his last name.
I'm looking up the roster now too.
I forgot his last name. It's with a C. It starts with a C, but I forgot it. They have Hops. Then they have. I cannot pronounce these names. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not.
You weren't talking about Pietro Ceccaroni, were you?
Oh yeah. That's the one. I cannot pronounce his name.
Niki Mayenpa, I think Mayenpa. Yeah, that is hard. It's Finnish. I do not know. And then if there's any Finns in the chat, definitely correct us.
Then they have Simioji, Ampadu, Kusanse. I like Armun.
They do have a lot of fun.
I know Okereke and Thomas Henry because they played in the Belgian league. I know Caldara. Like I'm not disrespecting, but that's the team you're facing tomorrow. Like it's not.
And one of their better players, I would say, Abuahi.
Yeah.
To say that he's a great player, but one of their better ones, he's injured as well right now. So
it's no disrespect, you know. Because I don't know these players for one. That's a fact. But I also cannot pronounce these names. I can't.
Yeah, the ones that I do tend to know are all injured, like Sergio Romero, the goalkeeper. Sorry, Luca Lazzarini, he's also injured. So they have a few woes as well in the injury department.
Yeah, I know Okereke and Henri for sure because I watched them play a lot over here. Caldara, obviously, but like that's the team you're competing with tomorrow. Like there's absolutely no excuse tomorrow. Like you should be winning. I don't want to jinx it, but you should winning that game easily. You know.
You should. You really should. But I'm gonna throw it out there that
they're competing.
They're in relegation zone.
They're
in relegation zone with the four. They're gonna show up. They can show up. At least give those ugly goals. Just saying, you never know. That
they can show up. They can show up. They should show up. Like you said, they're competing, but they're not good. Like it's no excuse for us. Like we're competing also.
No, and then that's the thing. We have to obviously show up. But if we don't, and they do. But just to put this in reference to, I'm just looking at this number. Their wage bill for their whole roster is just over 91 million. So
how much?
That's like 91 million. So that's like Dusan is 80 essentially. So
you mean the market value? You mean not the wage?
Yeah, the market value of their whole roster is at 91 million.
Okay, you said wage bill. I was like, what? 90 mil?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I guess no. That would be an incorrect way of saying that. Their market value.
But yeah.
So just to put that in perspective, that's like 1 1/8 of our players.
So I put our lineup, predicted one on the screen, and that's why I'm angry because Photoshop was not working. They're fixing it, so I couldn't edit Miretti properly. So he's in there like I don't know, like crap at the moment. Is it on the screen, guys? Can everybody see it?
Yeah, the lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay. So yeah, Miretti, I couldn't edit it because Photoshop is not available at the moment, so that's why I'm pissed. But the
Oh, is
predicted
it? Yeah, he's just some random dude.
yeah, I had it. I just needed to edit it into the box, but
It's all right. He looks like a free roller in there.
he looks
Nothing
fresh.
restraining him.
He looks fresh. So the predicted lineup is Chesney, Danilo. We needed a rest, but Allegri said, I'm gonna play him still.
No.
The Lake, Bonucci, Pellegrini, Zaccaria, Miretti, Rabiot, Dybala, Vlahovic, Morata. So that's the predicted lineup for tomorrow. I see Anin keep saying he's not gonna play. He's not gonna play. I'm gonna say
she's got no faith left.
no. I'm gonna say she. I was gonna say she's not gonna play. He's not gonna play because the source is Giovanni Albanese. Like, I don't want to disrespect him, but yeah, like
his track record is not the greatest, perhaps.
He is not. And the last 2 times he got it right, and he got it from Romeo Grassi. And he tweeted it out. Thanks for the lineup. So, but Allegri said, I'm gonna play. There might be some room for youngsters. Now, I think, in my opinion, he thinks we're gonna be up 3-0 at some point, and I'm gonna chuck them in. I don't think he means I'm gonna start Miretti tomorrow. But
yeah,
that being said,
and I mean, sorry, yeah, go ahead.
That being said, he has very little choice. Like, if you're gonna play Danilo again, Shilo's not 100%.
Match? So Sandro's not out, but De Chilio is.
Yeah, De Chilio's out. Sandro's not doing 100%. Like, he's not doing really well.
Yeah, so I guess really in the fullback department,
Quadrado's out.
Yeah, you don't have anyone, so
maybe it's today.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah,
maybe it's today. You gave him like 5 minutes last game or 4. Like, it's building up. He's starting to believe the hype. Maybe he's watching the channel. Like, yeah, he's like, I had enough of those owners being negative every week. I'm just gonna play him. I hope he sucks, and then I won't know how. But yeah, that's reported. And Hanina is saying, I remember when Giovanni said Caio will play. Yeah, like, I've said it many times before. Like, and he can be right. Like, I don't know. I have no sources. Yes, but I don't really rate him highly in terms of anything. Team news maybe, but not even lineups. Like, he's more of a guy, like, he confirms things, or stuff like that. But according to Sky, Miretti is also gonna play. It's gonna start. That's what I've said. When I came on, that was a predicted lineup they had on when I turned on my TV. So
I think too, with the game being so early, that the predicted lineups are a little premature. Let's say they're trying to get them out without really having the full picture yet. And I can't remember. Yeah, and
I was thinking the other way around. I was like, usually they play late. There's still a morning training session. Tomorrow, it's just stretching and stuff. Like, it's not really training session. So maybe he does for once. He does this line. Yeah, I think he needs to have his lineup today. Like, he cannot wake up tomorrow at 7 p.m. a.m.
Oh yeah, he has it.
Go downstairs, tell the team, you know what, we're gonna mix it up. Get on the bus, go to the stadium. We're gonna play in a few minutes. I think he has his lineup.
Oh yeah, he's got a notepad or his whatever laptop, iPad or whatever. He's got something private that he already knows, but I don't think really it's out there yet. Just, I don't know, that maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems from what I've seen, what I've read so far, that all the information isn't really there. And I even read an article today from one of the Juve website paper. It's not a paper, but like the fan websites. I can't remember which one. Yeah. And they're still talking about McKennie showing up at the for the Copa, which today, he pretty much said good luck, not even Locatelli.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes to show the information, because the papers are trying to get the information out like Saturday morning essentially, but the information isn't really coming out until about now or a couple hours ago. So yeah, what we would have read, the articles we would have had by this point, are kind of out of date, and it's going to be too early in the morning. Maybe in Europe you might have a couple early birds, but again, it's Sunday.
No,
so how much information is going to be there?
Yeah, no, like, it's same. Like, I'm gonna, like, usually I wake up 10, 11. That's when I tweet out the match day added today.
Which I gotta say, I love it because by the time I wake up, I take like my morning constitution, and like you got it all ready for me. It's good to go.
But yeah, like today, I'm gonna plan it to go out in a few hours because when I wake up 10, the game is in within 2 hours, so it's kind of pointless. Like and that's same for the players. They wake up, they eat, and they head out to the stadium because they need to play. It's crap hour.
Morning.
It's a crap
breakfast
hour.
Pasta.
Yeah, it's that's I hate it. I hate football on Monday. I hate football on midday.
On Monday, yeah.
Sunday, like Monday games are horrendous. The time we are playing tomorrow is horrible. And even I'm not even a fan of 6 o'clock. Like we don't play at 3. I love 3 on a Sunday. We never play at 3. We played maybe once, twice a season. That's already reaching, in my opinion.
We played 3 your time, so that would have been 9. The 10 o'clock Eastern for a lot of us. Yeah.
No, that's 9. It's 9. It's 9 for you.
5 hours, 9, 10. Yeah, but either way, like that 9, 10. It just depends, like your schedule and where you are in the world.
Yeah,
because for me, it's like 10 o'clock is a brutal time to watch a game because it's like, let's stop our morning routine and stop and watch like a soccer game for 2 hours. Now it's lunchtime, and now I gotta when I watch soccer, I just wanna sit down. That's it. This is my day now.
But to be honest, if it's late, let's say if it's 9, it's still kind of crappy for you guys. No, it's just after work or during work,
Yeah, if it's the weekday ones, the weekends, obviously I make it work.
Yeah.
But I'm not everyone has a flexible schedule.
No,
midday.
I get it. I get that.
Midday on a Sunday, and that's the thing. I was at a funeral there a few months ago. That was the first game I missed all season because what do you do? It's midday on a Saturday. I have commitments.
I get that.
If it was in the evening like it is in Europe, again, it depends what it is. I don't even watch North American sports because I go to bed early. So I miss all my own local sports because it's too late for me. Everyone else watches it because nobody else gets up at 5 a.m. But that's my life. So, yeah. I mean, just some people get lucky, some people don't.
Yeah, I hate it because usually I play football in the morning. I cannot go tomorrow because I don't make it back in time for the game. I will miss like the first half hour. I'm not doing that, so I'm not.
See, and that's commitment. Yeah. You skip your own football game to watch Juve. I totally get that.
I leave work early also at times because they play at 6. Usually I work the weekends until 6. I just leave at 5 or at 4. I just say I need to go and I'm out. But yeah,
and not all of us can do that either. Like I try to do that once in a while, show up early and leave early, but sometimes things happen, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's different, but like normally it's never a problem over here. Like it's okay.
This is why, guys, just throwing it out there. Subscribe, become a member, throw some money at these guys. They need to do this full time, so they don't have to rush home from work. They need a paycheck.
I need a new mic, so. Join the members club, but apparently my mic is so crap, so I need a new mic. It's a new one, but I need another one. But yeah, so this is the predicted lineup. It's all we have. There's nothing else to say. Like, there's nobody else left. That's it. You can have Kean and Berndeski off the bench, to quote unquote save a game, which Kean did for once, So credit to him. But yeah, going back to Anin's point. I also am like a bit skeptical that he will start Miretti. I'm still thinking, he's not gonna do it. I think he believes he will be up by enough goals and chuck in Miretti at some point. I think that's what he intended to say,
So you think Berna's gonna be in there with like Zakaria in the defensive position?
Yeah, something like that. That's what I think this will be. It will not look pretty at all, but. That's what I believe.
But that works for us allegedly. Like we've seen the history there. Throw a ugly looking team out and scrape a win.
Yeah. Even if we throw out a great team and we still scrape it, so it doesn't matter.
Or we lose to Inter.
Or we lose to Inter. Yeah, that's it. That's actually it. Nina saying there is an under 23 qualification game tomorrow. If Allegri called Amaret to give him 5 minutes, yeah.
So. Actually, I got a question about that because I thought the whole point of having the U23 in Serie C was so that there's no fear of promotion into Serie A, because you can't have two teams. You can't own two teams in the same division.
No, but they can play Serie B and that's it. They can never go higher.
Oh, okay. So they're just gonna.
Yeah, it's just experience. Like
it's a cap, because I wondered about that with
there's a cap.
Like the technicality.
No,
do they maintain? Would they keep themselves in Serie C just or they would promote themselves?
No, if they win, they promote to Serie B, and in Serie B,
but they wouldn't promote into. They wouldn't go into A though because of that.
No, that's impossible. They can also not compete in the playoffs in Serie B because that makes no sense. You cannot come up.
Yeah. Okay. So I just didn't know if there was like a rule or it's just the club itself maintains that.
No. They're competing to go to Serie B now. They are allowed to go up, and then it stops.
That would be cool if they're.
Yeah, they're not gonna make it.
Team.
They're not gonna make it.
I mean, if it does though, that would be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool, but like they're not the best team out there in the playoffs. Not even close. It is what it is. They improved. Compared to last season, but like at the end of the day, you're competing Serie C players, teams who are actually really getting paid, and the under 23 is just so young, so it's like they're getting paid, but like not the same like.
Yeah, they're like 18
teams with ambitions, teams with actual ambition, actual throwing money at it, compared to youth players,
Yeah.
So it's not the same, but at some point they will make it to the Serie B at some point. So yeah, we are almost 40 minutes in, so we're gonna go with the predictions and we will talk about some general stuff, I think, in the chat. So you go first.
Man, you think by now I'd have something prepared for a prediction, but I'm just never that sure this season what's gonna show up. I mean, really, after watching Napoli today throw out 6-1 against Sassuolo, you would hope Juve could go and smash a team this season. I would love, you know what? Let's be ridiculous. This is, and smash. I mean, I'm gonna go 4-0 on this one just to be ridiculous. Because we need to do this. We need to have a ridiculous outing. Yeah, we're not gonna get 6. That's ridiculous. I don't know how Napoli did that. Love seeing Dries Mertens show up once in a while. That old Dutchman, showing up for a game or two. But no, let's go 4-0 for Juve. You're going to have Morata, Dusan. Rabiot's going to get his ridiculous just straight shot in the top corner because he's got no curl, but it's going to go in. And then, number 4. Let's go for Dusan braces. So Dusan brace. I said Morata?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rabiot.
Yeah, people in the chat, let us know your predictions for tomorrow's game. Now, normally when I'm very optimistic, we screw it up, and when I'm pessimistic, somehow we win. Like I said, 1-1 against Sassuolo, they won in the last minute. I said, and another game, I said also something close, and they won in the last minute. But I've seen that Venezia squad. Like, I'm sorry, you should be winning tomorrow 3-0. Something like that. You should, So I'm going through.
I'd love to see a clean sheet for sure. Yeah, let's throw some clean sheet predictions out there, guys.
I'm going 3-0, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be Vlahovic twice and Dybala once.
You for the Dusan brace as well. All right, Dusan brace tomorrow. That's what's happening.
It needs to happen. Also saying 3-0 should be the score, but it will be 1-0. Jockey saying I'm confident we will win. I'll say 3-0. Grace race 3-1. Gomicus 2-0. Lewis is saying, can't wait to see Moretti in the last minute of the game. He's spoiling everything.
Yeah. If we have a 1-0 game against Venezia, I'm tossing my coffee mug.
Yeah, waking up at 6. So a straight 1-0 at home against Venezia. Nice. Anas is saying 3-0 Vlahovic, Morata, De Ligt. Usually like that's like the Lake one is a good shot. Like he pops up like somehow. Like,
set play. That's true. Good call. We need a set play goal.
With his header like on a casual Sunday. That's what he normally.
I'm gonna
jinx everything now. Hanina's saying 2-0. She's saying Miretti twice, I think.
Come on.
She didn't type it, but I think that's what she's thinking. I keep saying what she's thinking. So, Nin 2-0, Miretti twice. That's what she's saying. Also, because we're doing the predictions, next season it's gonna be fun for all the members because it's gotta be a competition and you can win stuff like jerseys and things like that. So stay tuned for that.
Perhaps a Chiesa number 10.
Yeah, or Rugani 24. Like you can choose. You can choose.
Yeah.
You can get Ramsey's. You can Julian's Ramsey number 8. You can get that one. Yeah. But yeah, stay tuned for that.
He should raffle that. Julian,
nobody
calling you out. Raffle that jersey off. Somebody will want it.
Shipment not included. You need to pay that. We're not paying shipment for Ramsey jersey. Yeah. But yeah, stay tuned for that because next season, when you join the members club, it's gonna be fun. It's actually gonna be fun.
And I gotta say, there's a lot of newer people coming in now, and the chat is definitely picking up in there. There's a lot of banter. It's really fun.
Yeah.
It's not something where you have to be there all day. You can just catch up whenever you got break at work or at the end of the day when you in the morning like I do, what have you. And just throw out some banter back and forth. Definitely, Justin, if you need to trash him on a more consistent basis, that's the place to do it.
Yeah. He's easily triggered. Hanina is saying no Miretti. Okay. So he's stopping his first prediction. He's going even more in fantasy world. Jockey is saying so if you draw or win, and Roma lose to Bologna, we're guaranteed 4th place. Yeah, we need 4 points. So Roma can help us. I think Roma will beat like Bologna. They're on a good run.
Yeah, they're a tricky team. You never know.
Roma play Conference League. They play again on Thursday. Will they rest some players? I don't believe they will. You never know. We just need to win. If Roma don't win,
Zaniolo ACL.
Excuse me?
Zaniolo ACL tear playing after 4 days.
He was injured before the Leicester game, and then he was in the lineup. So I don't know what.
Yeah, he had a minor one. Yeah.
Oh, I had a minor one. Okay, because when I was reading on the social media, I was like, "Oh my god, what happened?" I thought he tore something else again, and then I saw him sorry because on Thursday I like 4 screens on the games. It was horrendous to watch.
You were even watching the Conference League. I don't even know how to get the Conference League.
I was watching Conference League, Europa League, and Manu. It's on national TV over here. Conference League. Was it? Yeah, it was 1 Europa League game, 1 Conference League game on national TV, and then pay TV. You can watch all the games. Which is
not.
It's the first time I watched Conference League. Because it was Leicester Roma. I find out Marseille was good to watch. I'm not gonna lie, it was actually a very good game to watch.
Oh yeah. I don't mind that. I watched Napoli face off against Barcelona in the Europa.
Oh yeah. Okay,
if I had conference, I would watch Roma. I watched Inter a couple years ago. Was it Villarreal they were playing?
I don't know. I just remember they were getting trashed by the Israeli teams, like Hapoel Beersheva. That was fun. Good old days.
Whether they win or lose, it's just an exciting midweek game. If it's playing and you're home and
like
you want to watch some soccer.
Roma Leicester wasn't good. Like West Ham Frankfurt was really good. And then the other game I'm forgetting. What was the other Europa League semi-final? That's a good question.
Yeah, it was last year. Was it not Inter last year? Because I remember.
Yeah, they played the final.
Yeah, because I remember you guys had a discussion. And
it was the season before that. Excuse me, it wasn't a season.
Okay, because Justin asked a question on one of the lives if you would support another team. Yeah. Like in the Europa League final.
Don't say it.
And I had actually said on the chat that I actually supported Inter because I think it's healthy for the league. Because I can be objective, right? Like I'm obviously a diehard Juve fan, but I can like flick the switch and look at things completely objective and just watch a soccer match as a neutral.
You're a better man. I don't care. I hope they go bankruptcy. I actually don't care about them. Like they don't care about us. I don't care about them.
And I get it from the emotional standpoint, but I'm just. Like I said, I can flick a switch, put the emotions aside for 90 minutes, and just watch a game if that's what's going on.
I cannot do it. I enjoyed them losing against Sevilla. Against I don't know.
Who was it? It was a Spanish team that they lost to, anyways. I remember that.
It was a good day. It was a good evening. I remember that. Lukaku scored a goal. It was nice. It was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see. Hani saying we need Milinkovic. Going to be very disappointed if he goes abroad. Now, on Milinkovic Savic, I see a lot of Italian reports pushing him towards Manu basically. And when I read Manu papers, it's like it's bullshit. Like Manu are absolutely not in the race at the moment. Now, maybe Tanakh
And you
comes
get
in.
connected with everyone.
Yeah, but maybe Tanakh comes in. It changed. I don't believe that. But like, if you believe Italian, and again, the Italian port saying that is Repubblica, Messenger, like they're not the best ones, and also like Corriere dello Sport is Roma based, like it's Rome based. Like these newspapers are like talking about it. When you read Manchester's Evening News, the Athletic, it's like it's bullshit. Like they're not even in the race. They didn't even contact his agent. Like absolutely nothing. 3 years ago, when Mourinho was it 3 years ago or 4 years ago when Mourinho was there, he was the main target, but it didn't happen. But for now, at the moment, at this moment in time, nobody contacted Lazio. That's one. The only club who actually had serious talks with his agent is Juve. Now that doesn't mean we're gonna get him, you know. But at the moment, we're the only club who actually sat down with his agent and discussed the possibility of him joining. That's it. But the menu things, like if you read the Italian newspapers, you get the vibe it's almost done. And then you read the menu newspapers, and they're like, it's a lie. Like that's not true. Like he's not the target, not even close. It's Chouamini, it's Rice, it's Phillips from Leeds, it's even Rafinha from Leeds. Those are the links at the moment, you know.
And those names aren't really surprising either because they're more English based.
Yeah, I know.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't know. They do poach players from other leagues, the EPL, but they definitely and so does Serie A. They definitely like to keep within themselves because of the style of play, right? So, yeah, is Man U in the race? They have money. They're a big club. Of course, the name's going to get tossed out. Every name is going to get tossed out, just like we have so many names attached to us.
Yeah,
it's just one of those things. I wouldn't worry too much with the Man U. Obviously, they're going to need to replace Pogba. They're going to need a midfielder. They have the money. Who are they going to get? Who was it that said De Jong there? Somebody in the chat.
Yeah, someone said De Jong. I need to. Yeah, I still think he's not going to leave Barcelona because it doesn't really make sense, you know.
It doesn't really. I know he's not really the most happy, but is that I don't know. Is that just because Barcelona hasn't had the greatest year or playing time?
I don't know.
I don't
I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit confusing, but that being, I was just checking if there was some news. And he was asking about PSG also. Like nothing concrete at the moment. Like
again though,
they might be in the race.
That every name is going to get attached to PSG as well.
So we need to chill at the moment. I don't believe he's coming just because it will cost too much, and I don't believe he's not coming because he wants to join Man U or PSG or they're already outbidding us, because it's just paper talk. It's like Sassuolo basically. They hype it up. Oh, we refused 30 mil from West Ham for Raspadori. No, you did not. Like, you can put that out there. Journalists can write it. You did it. That's a lie. That's actually a lie. West Ham are not offering 30 mil for Raspadori. They don't even know who Raspadori is. Let's be real. They're not looking at Raspadori to come in. Like, one who's probably smaller than me, like a small guy to go into the Premier League. That's not what they're doing. That's not them, you know?
They likely have like their minor scouts, possibly not their main scouts, but they got guys out there that are putting out feelers. So, like, I want to say that yes, there's people in that club, in the old clubs, that know all the leagues. That's what the scouts. That's what they're paid for. And they're probably like, hey, we're looking for this, this type of player. This is how much we're willing to spend. I see you got, Raspadori. Does that meet the criteria? And Sassuolo probably like, no, this is kind of what we're looking at. And they're just building a spreadsheet. This is what teams have. This is what they're asking for.
The money is 30 mil. That's what Sassuolo want. So if West Ham offered that, then we would have known. The world would have known. It's bullshit. It's absolutely bullshit. They did the same last year with Locatelli, and Arsenal came out and was like, we never made an offer. We contacted,
Yeah, and
but
that is the other
and
story. Sometimes,
Locatelli said, no, I want Juve. That's it. Arsenal said, we never made an offer. They were kind of angry also, saying they used us a bit. We never made an offer.
Oh,
Sassuolo,
so
like
you're
that.
going with the so you're just saying that they're making things up to drive the price.
It's like Lazio. They're like it works.
Yeah,
like
Lazio
like,
for sure. Yeah, they're definitely.
Let's be honest.
Sassuolo's not quite as
even Juve
crazy.
do it. Juve will do it also. They will use their connections to put things out there, even if not true. They will do it. That's how it works. But you need to stay a bit realistic. Let me see. I was saying, I wish West Ham came out and said it was false. Imagine, it's false. Like they don't need to come out. Like they will not come out because they don't care. No,
and that might not even really make their paper. Like if it's news that's coming out in Italy, let's say.
Yeah.
But it's not making the big English papers. No, whatever. Why waste?
It's not true. If anyone wants responsibility, you can all chill out. It's us. Maybe Milan or Inter will join the race, but it's not going to be a European, auction for him. Like, no worries. It won't happen. It's not going to happen. It's 30 mil. I think that's already way too much. But
we paid 40 for
overpriced. Sassuolo players are overpriced.
They are, but we paid 40 for Kean. So if we get rid of him.
Yeah, that was also say we panicked at the last day. That's the only reason we panicked.
No, I get that, and I don't.
Now you don't need to panic. You have time. You have 3 months. You don't need to panic. Like you can relax. We don't need to overspend for Raspadori because he's not the main guy you need. If he's gonna be a backup or something like that, you don't need to panic and stress. Like if it's a backup, you can get a cheaper one. You don't need to overpay. That's all I'm saying. Is the stream still okay? It's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be.
So yeah, like not much news today. It will explode at the end of the season, I think. It's nothing new.
Another couple weeks, yes, it'll bump up quite a bit, I think.
Yeah, you will hear a lot of talks, like a lot. Things will move really quickly and stuff like that. But let's see for now. For now, it's just making top 4.
And remember, come July, Lorenzo Insigne comes to Toronto FC. So there's lots of excitement happening. I was so disappointed. 6 goals today, and he doesn't get one of them. It's like, come on.
Yeah, he's having a crap season.
Yeah, he is.
I need to say, do you think Di Maria is coming? I have actually no idea. I've said it.
I think so. I think he might.
No, to be honest, if you watch the podcast, you would have known. But going off all the rumors, it all indicates towards they're gonna get Di Maria and they're gonna spend on the midfield and the left back position. That's what all indicates.
I mean that's not bad. Remember, it's a rebuild. You can't rebuild it all at once. Yeah. So you got to spend the money big in certain positions at certain times when those opportunities arise. So again, try to think more long term. I know we get excited and we want everything to happen now, but Di Maria coming in at the wing, even at his age, makes sense because our biggest hole is in midfield.
Yeah, I agree. Julian asked me that on the podcast, saying what's still your priority. I think he said winger or attacker, and I said no, it's still midfield. It's been way too long now. You need to fix it because we get dominated by every team in midfield, all of them. Like it's not a good look. It's actually not a good look.
No.
But everything is pointing towards that. But let's see. Oh, Julian asked me, do you think that deal will be announced soon if it happens? And I said, yeah. Because they made their mind up. It's like, it's Di Maria, done. And now we're going to focus on the midfield,
And that midfield is going to be like the Locatelli deal where it drags on.
Yeah, I believe. Julian also believes we're not going to sign a big midfielder. But he's being negative. He might
I don't know. I think we have enough money. They said we're going to make a big splash. I believe that we have 70 million for a midfielder. I believe. I'm not saying they will. It's just when they pulled that money out of their butts for Vlahovic. I mean, why wouldn't there be more?
Yeah.
We just made 27 million off Demiral as well. So there's still money coming in. Mind you, 40 million is going to Fiorentina for Chiesa. There's ins and outs, but I mean, there's revenue here.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't make more revenue if you don't make the big signings and win matches. So you got to spend that money.
Yeah. People are asking about Anthony. I don't know. I saw an article. It wasn't even a source. Am I right? I saw something, but it was based on no source. If I'm like,
I haven't seen much on Anthony lately.
I saw an article, and I saw no source. I actually saw no source, and maybe I just overlooked it. Can anyone say what the source was? Because I read it and I was like, "There's no source in it." So who's saying it? So I just closed it down. Didn't pay attention to it because I think we are in for it. I mean, he's on the list, but like that. That's about it. You know, if you're gonna sign Di Maria, that's it. It's done.
Yeah. And apparently, I'm speaking like a Canuck again because Jockey Bro is making fun of my how I say out. I guess I do say out like a boot. Out the boot. That's source today.
I was just saying Juve FC, I think, but that's not a source. Like that's a fan account.
Yeah.
So that's not a source.
Yeah, it's definitely not let's say mainstream media source per se.
No, it's no source at all. Like it's just a fan account, you know. They write articles based on sources. That's it.
It's basically if one of us we're doing the same thing in a sense, but in a video format.
That's it. So if that's a source, then it's not a source. It's not. Let me see if something else is interesting in the chat. Otherwise, we're gonna wrap it up. I see a lot of people making lists and stuff, and even questions for the podcast. They were all the same, so that's why we left them out. Basically, what is your ideal window? Name this. Like it happens every week, so we're not gonna answer them week in week out. It's not gonna change in a few days. You know.
If you listen to the channel enough, you pretty much know what everyone's opinions are with what they want in each position.
So that's for the coming weeks after the season ends basically. Then it's no season, and every live will be about transfers. Anna's saying, what about Raiola? Yeah, like
we haven't mentioned
to his family.
It's a legit source. Like in case people haven't heard, a few days ago it was a lie in a sense. It was unconfirmed, and today it is from his actual main account.
It's sad.
Condolences to him, and it is sad.
It's sad because he's only 54, right?
It'll be interesting to see what happens with his accounts, how things go forward from now as well. Like from the sporting aspect, it's going to be a big hit.
He has an agency, you know. It's not just It's not just
but still, it's going to be a change.
He was the most, like, people say Mendes because he owns Ronaldo, you know. But like he changed the game, and people hated him. There's no reason to hate him.
Yeah, like
it's a business.
Personally, it's from a business perspective. I personally don't think it's the most ethical business practice out there, but it's capitalism at its best.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. But I will say this: players can still say no. No, I'm not gonna move. The players say yes, so you don't need to be angry at the agent. The players agree with everything. Like they're not being forced out. Never. And all those players, they love him. They adore them.
Well, they make him money. The clubs don't necessarily like them, and like because I'm more of a club guy than a player guy. I think a lot of us are. Like when it comes to your club, you don't want to have to deal with somebody that wants massive bonuses and cuts. But if you're the player who's going to get big paydays and get the teams that you want to play for, then obviously from that perspective it works out.
Yeah.
So it's all a matter of perspective.
It's just sad, you know, because the club had an excellent relationship with him. Like
they did, yeah.
Very good. Like of course he was a Netfed agent, but Agnelli had an amazing relationship with him. Like very good one, and you can see that with the deals we made with him. You know, it is what it is now. It's sad, because it was fun, having him around. Like that's the reality. It was fun. It was never dull. Like something always when you spoke, the world, like football world, social media, like it went into like a madness.
Well, even a couple days ago when the fake news came out,
he tweeted.
he was still, it didn't make much sense. You can kind of tell his head wasn't 100% there, but he was still trying to make fun of the situation.
Yeah, that's who he is. That's who he was also. Like he didn't care what you think about him. Like, not at all. Like if you hated him, if you called him out, he's like, fine. I'm still gonna say what I think. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's sad. But yeah, it happens. So that's that. I saw people saying what's gonna happen with the league now. Like I don't think there's a moment to talk about it. It will work itself out. What happens.
Yeah, these kinds of things need
they need time.
At least a couple weeks to sort themselves out. Yeah, if not a lot more than that.
But like I said, he's the agent. He's the head of an agency. So it's not that all the players now they have no agent. It's not like that. His brother, his family, they're all agents.
Yeah, that company will have a leadership shift and maybe an image shift. I mean, the files, the contacts that they have should remain.
Yeah, it will not change.
The way it's managed might change a bit over time.
Because he was an icon. Like he had power. When you are a Raiola client, he's gonna get you the money. Like he's gonna get you the deal. That's how it is. So maybe when
you know the names of agents, if you know the name of the agents, it's probably because you're a pretty big deal.
Yeah, and the names we know is Raiola and Mendes. Like let's be real. Those are
yeah, exactly. That's the other name I would have said.
They are the two most powerful, like ever. And Raiola, like they say Mendes because he has the Portuguese ones, Ronaldo, but like Raiola's most outspoken. He is because he loves it.
Yeah,
he loves the attention. He loved it, but it is what it is now. What will happen with the league? Like we will see. It's not the time and place, I think, to discuss that now. Let me see.
See, Jockey Bro, he's throwing up for Moisey again.
Yeah,
me and him get along. We're both Moisey fanboys.
Yeah, not really. But
you know what? I gotta throw it out there. I'm a little disappointed. They when they released, it was the official Juve, I think the Twitter or their media page, regardless. When they were showing the new jerseys, they showed Quadrado doing a little dance.
I've not watched it.
They didn't choose Moisey for the dance scene, which I think is absurd.
Yeah,
just putting that out there.
I don't watch those things. I'm not gonna lie. On Twitter.
No, it's when they made the official. Yeah, they made the official release. It was like a 20-second video. Yeah, I just watched it quickly. There was like a 1-second clip of Quadrado doing a little dance. I'm like, not bad, but I think Moisey should have been there.
Usually I skip those videos. It's like the generic stuff. Make a change, like with the voiceover, be different. I'm like,
I
get it on. Like,
and I never watched it.
You want the money? Just say that and just get along with it.
Yeah, it was one of those things. You know me, I'm like barely on Twitter, but once in a while I'll go and make a click.
But yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap it up because.
Because we got to get to bed and wake up for the nice early game.
I was gonna say, it's early, but I'm like, it's not early for me. Like it's 12, it's 12:30. So I'm like, it's fine for me. For you guys, it's crap. It's crappy.
Well, if anybody wants 6:30 a.m. banter my time, then join the members club, and the banter will be there.
Yeah. So after the game tomorrow, I will do my match reaction. Julian and Justin will be live at 1 your time, so about 6-7 my time. I need to figure that out. So there will be a reaction live with Julian and Justin, and that's it for tomorrow. Then nothing more tomorrow.
That gives them enough time to wake up and watch the replay, I'm assuming.
I'm not gonna lie. Julian is gonna watch replay because he has no Wi-Fi at home. So.
He still doesn't have Wi-Fi.
No, so he needs to. So he's taping it. So he's going without watching the score. He's waking up. He's going to his Watersome. He's gonna watch it and then he's gonna do the live. And Justin had something else coming up, but he will do the live. Jav is saying, I need to do a watch along. I will never.
Yeah, you don't do watch along.
I don't do.
Yeah, LA is
no
not.
Watch along. We might do watch alongs for different things on a Twitch channel we're gonna open, but no UV games. I'm not doing that. No chance, especially not this season. But yeah,
I could, because I'll be up. I'll throw it out there too if people want. I'll throw it in the Discord as well. But there is a voice and live function in the Discord, so there is, yeah. I mean that option's out there for people if they just want to banter watching the game at the same time.
Yeah, if you want to do that at 6 a.m., hey.
I'll be up. Just saying, I'll be there. This mug will be full of coffee, and it's gonna be a good time.
I think watching UV, you need to refill that a few more times. I think.
That the espresso goes in there. It's pretty thick. Trust me.
Oh, okay.
It's, it kicks. It hits hard.
Let me see. Hassa saying, so Julian won't get to see this match score until he gets to work. His co-workers are for a day. No, he's not going to work. He's going to his father's, and he's gonna watch it over there, because he has Wi-Fi. Yeah, I don't know. He lives in Canada. You know, apparently a great country. It isn't. No. Like he's struggling to get Wi-Fi for 1 week, and something really easy just broke in the street. I'm like, that's an hour fix.
I don't know. He must be in a new subdivision or something, because he did just move into a new house. It looks like a pretty fresh looking house too. So maybe the infrastructure isn't quite there yet.
Yeah.
Because I live, like, it depends where you are. Like, I'm on an island, and when I first moved in, like I was on satellite internet. They finally did build a line, but I still don't get more than 100 megabits. So depending where you are, like if you're on an island or you're up north, no, you don't get much.
Good thing.
So, but if you're in Hamilton, he lives in Hamilton. Yeah. You should get. I know Europe is great. Just throw it out there. I would love to live in Europe, but I'm a filthy North American that works too long.
I don't know about that.
Doesn't get enough holidays.
You think? I think you get enough.
I do because of who I work for.
Okay, but like just in general
population.
No, okay.
No, Europe gets more time off.
Oh yeah, that I know. Yeah, that's for sure. Like I get that. You know, we get time off for things we don't even understand. But
and when you get time off, you're in a beautiful country with beautiful weather and beautiful food.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go eat a cheeseburger.
You're talking about like you never went to Belgium, I think. So
yeah, a couple times.
You did, and you think that's beautiful and beautiful weather?
You haven't been to Canada, have you?
No, but like it's not hot over here. Like it's not beautiful weather over here. It's not really.
Okay, so for instance, I know it's not the same country, and in Spain, that was the last European country I was at, and I was there in November, end of November, and I would walk out because I'm an early riser. I'd walk out at 6 a.m. in shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah,
and the whole country stared at me.
Yeah, because that's not normal. Okay.
Everyone was in like these big parkas, these big poofy jackets, and I'm in my shorts.
Yeah,
so that's
November.
The difference, just to compare.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah.
November. It's freezing almost.
No, it's not. Freezing is actually freezing.
Like it
was like 15 degrees. I was at the beach. Like I don't get to do that. Like if 15... I go to the beach in November in Canada, I better be prepared. Like I need a survival suit.
Yeah, no, like 15 degrees over here. Today was 15. Like I think it's okay. I can walk with a t-shirt. I'm not doing it because I will get sick quick. Like it's not ideal. But like 15 degrees, it's not warm. Like not even 20 degrees is warm over here. It's like okay, it's 20 degrees.
Oh, 20 degrees is perfect. And it's what you're used to. We can fight about it, but yeah, it's what.
If it hits 28, 30 over here, it's crazy. Like it's not fun anymore. It's not.
Well,
fun.
You have a lot of the moisture too, I guess.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. Everywhere's different. You get used to it. I've spent months in different parts of the world, and that's all I can say. You get used to it. I've been minus 45 up to like plus 50, and it all sucks in a different way. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it sucks. But yeah, so that's that for tomorrow. Next week, no idea. Still need to make the schedule. I've actually no idea. It's gonna be. It depends on Julian's Wi-Fi situation. I think he needs to move again, but yeah, he doesn't want to listen to me.
Well, he lives in Hamilton, so I would say he needs to move again. If anybody knows what Hamilton is, it's like the Pittsburgh of Canada.
Nobody knows what that is. Also,
it's steel country. It's all factories.
It's all factories. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's nice parts of it, but yeah, it's an industrial.
No, you said it's scrap. I will tell Julian it's scrap.
Yeah, no, it's scrap.
It is what it is.
I almost moved there once. I'm glad I didn't.
Too bad. You could have linked up with.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the preview / transfer window / almost ranking countries. But yeah, tomorrow, it's today for me already. We play Venezia.
Oh shit! Yeah,
we need to win. And in 12 hours, I'm in front of my TV. So we need to win. Hope Roma don't win, and rest your players for 1 week to have them fresh for the Coppa Italia. That would be the dream scenario.
Would be nice.
I don't want to jinx it, but so that's that. Again, tomorrow reaction live. Julian and Justin. Monday, no idea who's coming on. What we are going to do. So if you want to know, like the video, subscribe. If you haven't watched the podcast, do that now. Hopefully, no, not hopefully. Do that now because it doesn't make sense to watch it after the game.
Right now, because you got no time before the game. You got to do it now.
That's what I'm saying. Watch it now. Because really quickly, sometimes I see a lot of people watching previews after the game. I'm like, okay, like you can watch it, but like it's not fun anymore. But yeah, do that, and yeah, we will see you back tomorrow live, and next week most definitely for live. Thanks everybody in the chat for joining. Thanks Davide for joining.
Thank you.
And then we will see you back,
guys.
And then we will see you back tomorrow. Ciao.